I know some of you sometimes can't make it to class, or maybe you're further away. So this video is intended as a great way of having home practice when you can't make class. Obviously coming to class is more fun because you get to have cheap biscuits and chat afterwards. And also I can see you and see if there's anything that you might be doing slightly, well, you could do in a slightly more comfortable way. So I would say, first of all, really look after your body, and if it hurts your knees or it feels uncomfortable with the way your baby is lying, then definitely don't do it. This is also not a 1980s fitness video, like no pain, no gain. That's not what we're about. You're pregnant. So I want you to feel, again, like you've done something and to feel better for it, but not to be like weeping with exhaustion. So please be kind to your body, kind to your little person inside you, or maybe big person if they're definitely on the end straight, okay? So first of all, bringing your hands to your baby and closing your eyes for a moment. Take a big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So starting to try and lengthen your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. 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 Drawing your hands down to your lap, gradually opening your eyes. Okay. Inhale, shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, back and down. Inhaling up, exhale, back and down. Rotate the shoulders, which can often hold a lot of tension in the body. Also, if you've been cold, then you often end up kind of hunching your shoulders against the cold without even realizing you're doing it. So it can feel really nice to loosen up the shoulders and get some space. Okay, so now placing your left hand down on the mat, inhale, reaching up and over, bending your left arm. And staying over here for a moment, have a few breaths, feeling the stretch in between your ribs. And then exhale down, inhaling up to the other side, and again bending that bottom arm so that there's space between your shoulder and your ear. And bringing it down. And now going to come to a more flowing movement, inhaling up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. So moving from side to side, getting the space between your side ribs so that you can breathe nicely. Babies can be a bit pesky for taking up all the space that they need and leaving you with not a lot left. We love them, these babies, but it's not always easy to carry them in your tongue. And then sweeping round in front of you. Inhale, sweep round. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, down. Inhaling up. Exhale, down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now bring the soles of your feet together. Now if you have SPD or other pelvic issues, then obviously see your doctor. But in this sort of practice, it's more helpful to bring your knees closer together. So you sit like this, you ladies who have sore hips. The ladies whose hips are not sore, lucky you. Bring the soles of your feet together. It doesn't really matter which position you're in. This is nicer for opening the pelvis if you don't have problems with a pelvis that's already too open. Bring your hands onto your knees. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, the spine goes back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, rounding round, looking at your tummy. Inhale, forward. exhale back. Inhale, opening up the tongue. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now bring your hands behind you. Just check I'm not going to clonk my head on the wall. Bring the soles of your feet onto the floor. And see if you can lift your bottom off your block or cushion and present your bump to the world. Hello bump. It's quite cool looking at them from this angle. And then exhale down. You don't have to get high up if you're just here. That's fine too. Different bumps, different bodies. See if we can go for another time. Inhaling up. Exhale down. And one last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. So sticking your feet out in front of you. See if we can still sit up tall. The tendency now is to sit like this. So I'm going to try and sit up tall. Rotate the feet. I'm going to rotate my wrists as well. If you have carpal tunnel syndrome, I feel like I mention all of these things and people must think, my goodness me, pregnancy's terrible. And it's not, you don't get all of these things. Different people get different bits. And some people get none and they just fly through it. So there you go. So just rotating the wrists one way and the other, and the feet one way and the other. It's like those patting head things. Okay. And now coming round onto all fours. You can take your block and put it, or your cushion, and put it between your legs. Don't put it this way round, because it'll poke your bump when you go forwards. So try and put it lengthways. Just put your cushion between your legs. So putting your hands now underneath your shoulders, pressing your shins into the mat. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, round the spine, bring your bottom to the heels, and inhale forwards. Now, if you've got a big bump and that's uncomfortable, by all means, put the block or cushion to one side and have a nice big space between your knees, okay? Inhale forward, exhale round the spine, bring the elbows to the floor, your bottom back to your heels, and then inhale, press into your hands, come forward, exhale round the spine, coming down, inhale forwards, exhale back. We're now going to root down through the left hand and lift up your right hand. So inhaling, lifting up, exhale, back and down. Inhale, up, back and down. Inhale, up, back and down. I'm going to turn around, let it go. See? Inhale, up, back and down. Now inhale, stopping with your arm at the top, stretching out your right leg. So now your left hand, your left knee, and your right foot all in a line. Don't worry if you're looking here, which is my left, which is my right. We all take it in turns and I will inevitably get it wrong at some point too, so yay. And then stretching your bicep towards your ear. Exhale. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, bicep to ear. Inhaling up. Exhale, bicep to ear. Inhaling up. Exhale, bicep to ear. Inhaling up. And then exhale, big circle. Inhaling up. Exhale, brushing past your bump. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Now this next one always confuses people, so I think I must just be rubbish at explaining it, so I'll have to just bear with me. So now you bend your right knee and you come and sit down on top of your left foot. So this is kind of a really open pose, and you can feel how this pose really, really opens your pelvis. If you have sore hips, you need to move them a bit closer together, or kneel like this. But you can feel that this would really open your pelvis, and it could be a birthing position. You're walking your hands forward, or if you're here, if you've got STD, okay. So some people think, yeah, I can see how I could use that in labour, and some people think, no, I'm too uncomfy, there is no way I would be able to hold this position for very long. So I'll invite you to try and think about it and think, yeah, I can see why that would be open. And then see whether that might be something that's of use to you. Okay, now coming back round onto all fours again. Again, hands underneath your shoulders, shins firmly planted into the mat. Inhale, reaching up with your left arm this time. Exhale, back. Bottom goes to your heels, elbow goes onto the mat. Inhale, left arm up, big circle. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling up, exhale back. and down. Inhaling up, exhale back and down. Getting the movement to the side ribs, so pushing firmly with your shins into the mat. Exhale down, inhaling up, exhale down, and now inhale, stopping at the top, reaching out, so your left leg, your right knee and your right hand are all in a line. Again, exhale, bicep to ear, inhaling up, exhale, bicep to ear, inhale up, exhale, bicep to ear, inhaling up, exhale, bicep to ear, inhale up, exhale, bicep to ear, inhaling up, exhale, bicep to ear. Now inhaling up, and you take it away past your baby, inhale up past your face, exhale past your baby, inhale up past your face, exhale past your baby, inhale past your face, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then bringing both hands down. Rooting down through your hands, all 10 fingers into the mat, and then bend your knees and bring your bottom up towards the sky. Now, downward dog, it feels a bit daunting if you've never done it before, so don't worry if you're in that camp of they've not done it before. You're aiming for a straight line between your wrist and your hips. Don't worry about whether or not your feet are flat on the floor or not. For most people who are new to yoga, your heels won't touch the floor, and that's absolutely fine, okay? But trying to think about bending the knees and bringing that length from the spine. Now, if you haven't done much yoga or much exercise for a while, perhaps you've been ill in your pregnancy or just exhausted, you may find this is quite hard work on the shoulders. And it kind of is, and that's okay. If it's too much work for you, drop the knees to the floor and just bring your chest gently to the floor that way. Okay? The aim of this is to also strengthen the shoulders, so when you have a little baby who wants to be carried, then you've got the strength to do it. Walking your hands back towards your feet, coming to a yogic squat. Nice down low, thinking about strong legs for an active labour. Obviously you can't necessarily be active for the whole of your labour, depending on how long it takes. But you can think about the fact that gravity is your friend, really. If you're lying on your back, then gravity is helping your baby stay where it is. Whereas if you are in a position where your cervix is lower than your baby, then the weight of your baby is pushing on that cervix and helping with the downward motion, okay? So pushing now through your feet and through your legs, inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming back down to a squat with the bum going back. So it's not knees going forward over your feet, you should still be able to see your feet, just about. I know there's a bump in the way, but you should still be able to see your toes. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down to a squat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down. Walking the hands forward, hands underneath the shoulders again. Inhale up, exhale round the spine, bring your bottom to your heels, elbows onto the mat. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, rounding the spine. Exhale, bottom to heels, elbow onto the mat. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come to neutral. Bring your right foot forward behind your hands. If you have sore hips, then keep it more right angles. If it's too sore, stay here, just do the arm movements. If you have happy hips, you can lean into it, feel the stretch from the front of the leg. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, rotating the arms away from your chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bringing both hands down, getting your stability, lifting up with the right foot and bringing it back. Left foot now comes forward again as before. If you have really sore hips, keep them together. Left foot forward, and you can lean into it if you have no problems with hips being sore. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bringing your hands down, stepping both feet back and come up again into your downward dog. Now you can try and walk one foot in turn. I'll try and bring my bum to camera very elegantly, but you can see one heel going down to the floor at a time. Okay. And then inhale to all fours. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into your yogic squat. And then inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands down by your chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale back into a squat position. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to your chest. Inhale, coming down to sit down on a chair, imaginary chair. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down by your chest. Inhale, sticking the bottom back. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down by your chest. Okay, now bring your hands onto each hip. Give them a loose wiggle. This is really good for labour, this one, but also good if you have a sore back from standing on a station platform or something on your way home from work, and then go back the other way. Or if you've just got a sore back because you've got a baby who's pulling your back slightly out of alignment, which is normal, you know, it's supposed to happen because babies get bigger and they're heavy, but it doesn't mean to say it doesn't sometimes make your back a bit sore. Okay, so mindfully pushing into the feet and the toes and going around and then back to the middle. Lifting up all of your toes off the mat. Exhale, squeezing them down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lifting up the toes, all of your toes. You can't really see them that much, but you know, toes. And down. Inhale, arms up onto the tips of your toes, or just bringing the weight slightly forward. I mean, I'm on tiptoe-ish, but you could just be here, that's fine. Exhale, down. Inhale, lifting up the toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, lifting up with your body. Exhale, down. Well done. Right. How's everybody's feeling? Everyone still feeling all right? I hope so. You're doing great. The fact that you're actually doing this rather than sitting on the sofa eating Maltesers is already good. You can do that later. Okay. So we're going to bring your right foot forward and your left foot back. But they're both in line with each other, do you see? So they're both facing forward. So if I had little lights on my hips, they would be facing towards the front of the room, or towards my windows. Okay. So bending the front knee, so it's over the ankle. Now if you are mega flexible and you've done lots of yoga, then you can have a wider stance. If you've got sore hips, then keep the stance a bit smaller, okay? For normal people, about, I'm going to show my age here, a yard. But anyway, a metre, a yard, same difference, okay? So inhale, you can lift up the heel on the front foot, exhale down, or you can just lift up the arms, okay? If your calf complains too much and thinks, no thank you very much Olivia, I don't fancy that, then you can just lift up with the arms, exhale down, inhaling up, exhale down, inhale, and exhale. Now you're going to bring the elbows towards each other. Inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, squeezing the elbows towards each other. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, squeezing the elbows towards each other, keeping the front knee bent. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Now bringing the front leg to pretty much straight. I mean, if it was totally straight, you'd have a jammed knee like that. But we're going to bring it, lift the kneecap towards you, so it's slightly more active. You bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, lift up, open the chest. And then exhale, lean forward. Now again, yoga, not a competition ever, but especially not when you're pregnant. So definitely don't do that, please. Leaning forward, you may feel a stretch in the back of your bottom or in the back of your leg. Okay, if it's too much for you, you can bring the feet closer together and stretch forward that way. Some people also, Andy, I have a wet wall, like doing this by a wall or a window. It takes the pressure off your back when you're pregnant, which is really nice, particularly in late pregnancy. So see if you can maintain the same kind of leg position, both legs active and strong, and pushing down through both feet. Inhale, walking your hands back up again. Swivel around the opposite side. So now you have your left foot forward and your right foot back. Okay. So again, the knee is over the ankle. Both hips are facing forward. Both feet are facing forward. Okay. So inhale, lifting up the front heel if you want to. You do not have to. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale down. Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting up with the heel. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. So inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, squeezing the elbows together. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, opening the hands, bring them onto your hips, straightening both legs. Again, you may need to bring them closer together, depends on your flexibility, strengthen your legs, how big your bump is, stuff. Try, see what feels right in your body. So inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, bending forward. Again, handily, I have a wall. You may have a room that's slightly bigger than this. I realise it's a luxury to have a room to do yoga, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, you may not have a handy wall. So feel free to move if you don't have a wall exactly the right distance away from you. If it feels nice to take the weight off your back. Breathing steadily. And now bringing your feet, so you can do downward dog against the wall. So this again usually feels really nice in late pregnancy. So you can swing the hips slightly if that feels comfortable to you, or not if you don't enjoy that. And then inhale, walking your hands back up your friendly wall and coming to find a wall with your bum against it. Now, going to bring your soles of your feet, come this way for a sec. The soles of your feet are a bit away, so now it depends on how strong your legs are, how energetic you're feeling, how many times your baby woke you up last night. So you can either be here, kind of further up, or you can be further down, depending on how enthusiastic your legs are, okay? So find the right position for you. Now, bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, tilting your pelvis away from you towards, like you're doing a Beyonce bum position, basically. And then exhale. You're bringing your lower back towards the wall. It may not touch the wall if you have a big arch, inhaling away. Exhale. If it doesn't touch the wall, that's absolutely fine. If you want to feel the feeling of it pressing against something, you can put your hand behind your back into the gap. Or just not. That's absolutely fine too. Okay, so these are called pelvic tilts. And exhale. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale and exhale. And now pushing against the wall, going back up to standing. You may find your legs were complaining slightly. So we're going to bring our feet a bit hip distance apart, a bit further, and do a bit of a figure of 8. This is the one where I always have to look at my toes because I can't quite work out which way is an 8. So if you are a natural dancer, you'll just be like, yeah. But if you're me, you're like looking at your toes going, what? And then the other way is even worse for me because I'm not a natural dancer. So going, other direction. There you go. So if you're thinking, she's not a good dancer, you'd be right. But that's okay, I enjoy it. Nobody cares, right? Or as my mother always used to say, no one's looking at you, dear. Right, now, bringing your feet, so again they're about a yard / a metre apart. Bring your feet directly across the mat, so they're not turned out like duck feet. Okay, they're turned inwards slightly, okay? Now again, the legs are active and strong, so this is me, my jammed legs. This is me with my legs slightly bent. Okay, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, leaning forward. Now you may need your coffee table book at this point, or your block, okay? Inhale, reaching up with one hand. Now as you do that, you'll find that all of the weight goes into your opposite foot. Try and push down with the foot nearest the hand, so that then it's even between them. Exhale down. Inhale, reaching up this side. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting up, pushing out through your bottom, out through the top of your head. Exhale down. You're going to lengthen your spine. Inhaling up. Exhale down. You can have it further away from you if you've got a long spine. Exhale down, and you need this space for where your baby is breathing and pushing on you. Exhale down. Well, not quite breathing, but you know what I mean, where they're taking up their space. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Okay, then bring your hands and coming down onto all fours again. Right. Keep my block out of the way. So now we're going to think about doing a really big circle with your hips. So knees nice and wide, arms just a bit further forward than shoulders, and coming around, dropping your head down between your arms. Big circles. This is great for labour as it's moving the pelvis in lots of different directions. It also takes your gaze away from the room and away from what might be going on. Any machines, whether your other half is looking at you going, what is she doing? And going back the other way. Self-consciousness is not really helpful in labour because you're trying to engage the part of your body which knows how to give birth, rather than your intellectual brain that says, I've never done this before, goodness, am I going to be able to do it? Because yes, you will be able to do it. If you need help in the end, you can get help. But have faith in your body and try and remain as relaxed as you can. Okay, and then inhaling forward just until there's a straight line between your knees and your shoulders, and exhaling back and down. Inhale forwards. This is really good if you've got stuck wind or a bit of constipation. I know, glamour of pregnancy. Again, you don't get all of these things, but these are things that come up quite often. And exhaling back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. And exhale back. And now inhale up to all fours. Now, shins firmly pushing into the mat. Nice stable base. And with here, you're trying to not do this one. We are clunking into the shoulder. I always like to use my Dirty Dancing reference. This is my dance piece. This is your dance piece. So you're trying to have strong arms not collapsed into shoulders, okay? So strong arms, Dirty Dance space, okay? If you haven't seen the film, then do, please. It's excellent and makes me smile. So, right. Shins into the mat. Reaching out, right hand and left leg. Now if you're feeling enthusiastic, you can lift the leg up, but you have no need to do so. It's up to you to see how you feel. Keeping that left arm strong. Okay, so I'm not doing this. Keeping the left arm strong. Exhale down. Reaching out, left arm and right leg. Exhale down. If you've got sore hips, then keep it on the floor. Okay, so swapping over side to side, inhaling out and exhale down. This is excellent for developing the muscles of your back, which help hold your back in place as your baby's pushing it out of alignment. Okay. And now bringing your knees nice and wide, sinking back and down, and come into child's pose. Just allowing your breath to settle, allowing yourself to notice how your baby's doing versus how you feel. Okay, and then really gradually coming from there to puppy pose. So this looks incredibly inelegant, but rest assured I would never ever record anybody in my yoga class. It's deeply unfair of people to post things like this on the internet. So your forehead touches the mat, your thighs are vertical, okay, so hips are over knees, and then you come forward. Now my forehead touches the mat because that's me, you know, it's one of those things. Yours may not, it doesn't matter. If you are here, that is absolutely fine. Okay, it doesn't matter how far down you are or you aren't. It's not a competition. But feeling the stretch in your shoulders, the openness in the shoulders, and in your back. If this gives you heartburn and you feel yucky, then you can rest your arms against the wall and do it there, okay? That's another option, so see which one feels right for you. Okay, and then coming back up, sit on your lovely block slash cushion slash book, okay? And bringing your feet out in front of you. Okay, so flexing the feet, nice active legs. And we're going to do inhale and exhale, kind of ladylike swimming that doesn't get your hair wet. You know the ones? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keeping the feet flexed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing one of your feet in. So I'm going to call it your left. It's actually my right, but don't worry about it. So if you have sore hips, then you can keep the legs a bit closer together. Okay, not opening them up as much. Inhale, reaching up the arms, and then exhale, bending over your straight leg. Okay, so feeling the stretch in the back of your leg. If you spend a lot of time sitting in your job, you may find the backs of your legs are quite tight. Breathe. Inhaling, coming up, swapping over sides. Okay, so again, you've got the option of having the legs closer together if you have sore hips. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, leaning forward. Doesn't matter how far you get, not a competition. Try and keep the back straight and the chest lifted. So you may be here, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Again, I'm not pregnant. And when you are pregnant, you've got a hormone called relaxin in your body, which is great because it helps the pelvis to relax and the baby to come out. But it can, you could overstretch, so don't go mad with this. You know, this is not about, I must stretch the furthest amount I possibly can. You're aiming for the kind of stretch that feels lovely when you wake up in the morning, that kind of like, stretch, not kind of, stretch. Does that make sense? Okay. And then coming back around to the front. So bringing the soles of your feet together. Again, if you have dodgy hips, you're bringing your feet underneath each other. Everybody else is here. Inhale, reaching up tall, and exhale. You're on like frog fingers, okay? So we're not trying to sink down and squish because you've got a baby in there and you might feel uncomfortable. It's also not particularly helpful, so just thinking about opening the hips and leaning forward. Inhale, sitting up tall, taking your opposite hand onto the opposite knee. I'm already confused about which hand is it. Inhale, sitting up tall, so twisting around, opening the chest, opening of space for your baby. Okay, looking over your shoulder. breathe. And then inhale, come back around to the front. You're still pushing the soles of the feet together if they're there, okay? Or you're actively pushing the feet into the ground if you're here. So inhaling, lifting up tall through your spine, and exhale, twisting round. Inhale, round to the front. Okay, so now we're going to come back to both feet out in front of you. You may have a strap, which is a dressing gown cord or a belt, but it doesn't really matter if you don't have one. So you can wrap it around your feet, inhale and lean forward. If you don't have a strap, just putting your hands on your legs wherever they meet. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, leaning towards your legs. The only real advantage of a strap, I suppose, is that sometimes you can feel more leverage on your legs, but it's not that important, okay? The more important thing is to try and sit up tall. So if I come around this way, you can see. So I'm trying to sit up tall, and I'm exhale and leaning towards my legs. Feeling the stretch in the back of my legs, okay? And then inhale, sitting up tall. Okay. Now, we're going to try a pose because some people need a chair. So I will get a chair as well. Because if you're heavily pregnant, then sometimes this can feel awkward. So we'll have two options, okay? Chair and no chair. Alright. So you can lift up your right foot and place it on top of your left knee. You flex that right foot. And then come off the block, get rid of it. And squeeze your bottom towards your heel, sitting up tall still. And you feel a stretch across your right buttock. Now if you're heavily pregnant, that can feel a bit awkward. So, if you're in that camp, perch on the top of the chair, right foot on top of your left knee, and then gradually lean forward. So it's kind of the same position, but I think it feels less awkward for some people. So see whichever one works for you. As long as you're feeling the stretch across your bottom, then that's fine. Some people feel it more intensely than others. I usually have quite tight hips. Some people do, some people don't. And then inhale, coming back up, swapping over feet. So whether you're doing the chair version or whether you're doing the sitting down on the mat version, which is left foot on top of your right knee, hands behind you, inhale, lift the chest and scoot your bottom towards your right heel. Okay, and feeling the stretch there. Or you're on the chair with your left foot on top of your right knee. Okay? So either one is absolutely fine, depending on you and your body. And then relaxing that down. Okay. So now I'm going to remove my chair. We don't need the chair anymore. And fetch a pillow. You're like, yeah, it's finally pillow time, pretty much. So, you're going to lie down on your left hand side. Now if you have sore hips, I know I bang on about these sore hips, but I used to have really sore hips. So yeah, that's kind of why I mention it. Well, and a lot of people do in my classes. I would say like 15-20% of people have sore hips at any given point, so you're certainly not alone. So coming down onto your left hand side, bringing your block between your knees and also between your feet if you want to, if that feels comfortable. Another cushion. Get busy with the cushions, it's like night time. So relaxing down, allowing your face to relax, around your eyes, around your jaw, relaxing the whole of the face, relaxing the top of your head, the back of your head, the back of your neck, relaxing the back of your shoulders, your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. Relaxing the back of your pelvis, relaxing the back of your legs, all the way down to your feet. Relaxing the soles of your feet, the arches of your feet and your toes. Relaxing the top of your feet, the whole foot. Relaxing the 2 feet on top of each other. Relaxing the shins. Relaxing the whole of the lower legs. Relaxing the front of your thighs, the whole of your thighs, relaxing on top of each other. Relaxing the front of your abdomen, allowing your baby all of the space that they need. And they may take this opportunity to have a wriggle because, babies. Just acknowledging that babies will do what they'll do and they'll probably settle down. Relaxing the front of your chest, relaxing your shoulders, and your arms and your hands. Bringing your awareness to your nose and the breath going in and out of your nose. Watching the breath go in and out. Noticing how it's warmer on the way out than on the way in. And then noticing your breath travelling down into your chest. Noticing your collarbone rise and fall. Noticing your ribs opening to the sides and raising and falling. Noticing perhaps your diaphragm still moving and your tummy rising and falling with each breath, depending on how big your baby is now. And bringing the whole of your attention to your body right now and your baby right now. Imagining your baby cradled in their perfect little nest inside you. Reassured by the beat of your heart and the sound of your blood moving around your body. And take a moment of peace in your day for you and your baby. When you're ready, you may decide to just turn this off and have a longer snooze, and I would thoroughly encourage you to do so. Or you can stretch out arms and legs. And then gradually make your way back up to sitting. Bring your hands to your chest. Thank you for practicing pregnancy yoga with me today.